funny you say that because he got busted for child pornography.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, he did.
Well, no, that's not funny, but that is funny.
Well, this reminds me, did you see the hit Drew Doughty took from Pat Maroon last night?
No.
Oh, man.
Dude, the Kings are on fire right now.
Man, he just rode him shoulder to jaw. You know, Maroon's a big dude for the Oilers. He just hit Doughty right in the jaw. It's like, whoa.
This is a hockey song, right?
Yeah. Well, no, they use it for hockey, but that's what it reminds me of being at the Forum.
Does he actually play this in concert?
Yeah.
The guy, what?
History of Rock and Roll, Part 2.
It's such a good jam.
Right?
Hey! Everyone with this. It's such a good arena song.
The upper rafters, man.
Right? God, how many Forum games were
Right?
you at
Absolutely.
when that song played on Dollar Beer Night? Make sure you guys follow the show on YouTube and make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. Also on Instagram at Sportscast. I'm blowing that up lately with some funny videos, so check that out as well. And make sure you guys, again, on iTunes, iHeartRadio, make sure you subscribe, rate the show. It helps out the podcast. Again, we love all you guys, our little fan base that we do have, the thousands of listeners we do have. We do appreciate all you guys. We do. And again, tweet us. We got a comment from Colonel earlier, Knocker. But before we get to that, I kind of wanted to I'm gonna start something a little different as we go into your Knocker. Before we go into sports and all that stuff, before each come back from each break, I kind of want to bring up something just that I had on my mind. Okay. And something that I had on my mind as I saw, just as I went through the week, and I just dotted in my notes, as I'm starting to do now. Like if I see someone I want to talk about in the show, or I see something like, dude, I need to discuss that.
Like you're like being like professional and shit?
Yeah, like it's weird. I think it's, what I think it is I listen to a lot of podcasts like Rogen's. And,
right.
We've met Josh Wolf. I listen to his. And a podcast where people in the business. And I listen to a bunch of stuff now, and everyone says the best thing to do is just write, when you see something, put it in your notes. You have a phone now. Right. Just put it in there. Right. And when you go to look for your subjects for your show, pick a few of those topics. Pick those topics. Right, it's kind of interesting. And this interests me. It's kind of a weird topic. It's offhand, but it happened to me actually today. Okay. And it has to do with race and guys. Okay. Now, Knocker, I don't know if it's a race thing or not. Now, to you, when you go to the restroom, when you use the bathroom or the facilities, you like that to be like an alone time. Like you just like you get your business done, you get out. Are you one of those guys, or do you take a book? Like, do you enjoy it? What is bathroom time to you?
Do I take a book? Am I taking a crap, or am I?
Yeah, you're taking a crap. No, you're taking a crap.
Yeah, that's alone time.
Okay, that's alone time.
Yeah.
Do you take are you a guy that like just wants to get it over with, or are you a guy that'll sit there and enjoy?
Oh no, that's my leisure. Well, it depends on where I'm at and what I'm doing. Like if I'm at a ball game or something, I want to go in and out. Okay. But if I'm at my house,
yeah. Do you take the iPhone in there and you just enjoy it?
Oh, I take the newspaper.
Oh, at work. That's my thing. At work, what do you do?
I take the funny papers or I take the sports page.
So you'll sit in the stall at work.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, that's where. Okay, this is my issue.
Yeah.
This is my issue. Okay. Now at Juicy Whip, we have a lot of Hispanic workers. We have we are a Hispanic beverage company, so we have a lot of Spanish speaking people. Now I don't know if it's a Hispanic thing because you do it and you're Hispanic. Mm-hmm. What is with men going to the bathroom, Hispanic men, maybe it could be other races, just to me, this is what I see, going to the bathroom, like you said, sitting down, they have their paper, their iPhone, say, and having a conversation with the person next to them while they're taking a shit. This bewilders me. A full-blown
conversation or just
kind of like joking, talking, like having shooting the shit.
I've had a couple of those at work. We got a 3-staller at work. And somebody will
be that's there. What we have. No, that's what we have. We have a 3-staller at work.
Okay, and someone just blows out chunks or something. You make a remark or courtesy flush, bro. Come on.
No, but not even talking about the shit. Having a conversation about not even that. Like, hey, we're gonna go for lunch, or hey, this chick. Did you see that?
No, I'm not doing that.
No.
No. I might crack a joke or something.
Yeah, and this guy's peeing, and it's like, I'm trying to take a pee, and these guys are having a conversation. I don't know if that's normal, because I don't feel that's normal as a man. But then they get out, and they, wash their hands. At least they wash, and they shake, and it's like it's nothing. Yeah. Is that what guys do? Am I missing out?
No, I don't think
Is that something I should take in, as a man? Is that something I'm missing out?
I just think that these guys are in such a closed environment, right?
Yeah.
At your work, I mean, there's only so many employees.
Have you talked to an employee who's taking a crap next to you before?
Of course.
You have? What?
Of course.
That's so weird to me.
First thing I say is no white stance, bro. Don't want to see no white stance. Let's just get that straight. Right?
This is blowing my mind. This is normal.
When you're blowing it out, you flush to hide the noise. right? If you got every chorro or something like that, you know it's going to make noise. You flush while you're doing it so they don't hear you spewing.
No, I know that. You do the prison flush. Like, you have to flush when you're... I understand that.
Right.
But you're talking to somebody.
Well, there are times, not all the time. I don't go in there looking for a conversation.
No, I understand that. But if you go in and, like, Jose's next to you and you see his leg, you see his feet, his boots underneath. Hey, what's up, Jose?
What's up,
you like the Cowboys this week? Like, do you talk sports or something?
Not normally. 90% of the time, no. But depending on who it is and what we're talking about, I wouldn't be totally against it.
Okay. I feel like I may be missing out on this guy thing. I don't know. Please tell me, guys, if this is normal. So
your management, they're not going to talk to you.
So you do it. No, they try to because they know it freaks me out. It's weird. Because I'll be in there, like, I'll go in, like, Knocker. I wish we had, like, our own facilities because I'll go in there and I can't take crap when someone's in the bathroom. I can't do it.
Well, you have to be alone in the whole bathroom?
Yeah, like, I can't do it. Is that, I don't know what that is.
That's a little work. That's a little.
Is that OCD-ish? Like a little OCD-ish? Like.
Yeah. You just hold it till the guy pissing goes out.
Yeah, the door. And then I like hear the door open, and then the guy comes in and he's like starting to take a pee, and I feel like I have to hold it.
That's
like
stupid.
I can't drop. Like I have to. I'm sitting like quiet. Like, does he hear me?
That's stupid.
Does he hear me?
That's stupid.
You know?
That's dumb. That's just dumb.
Is it?
That's dumb.
Is anyone else like me? I just want to know if I'm not
I'm
alone.
sure there are, but that's just dumb.
I want to start a support group for that. Not being able to poop in public.
The lone shitters.
All right, Knocker. So we'll transition from that, Knocker.
Great topic.
Hey, that's the kind of stuff I'm going to bring, Knocker.
Jotting it down.
That's something I jotted down in my notes.
Random
I was like,
shit.
I need to bring this to my father
and get his.
Yeah. See, stuff I would need to ask my dad. Oh, that's good, Knock. All right,
okay.
Knock. Lastly, here I want to talk because we had a tweet here, so I want to stick around with the college football. So we'll just transition here. Sam Darnold, Knocker, USC quarterback, highly touted throughout the year. Supposedly might be the number one pick up there with Josh Rosen. If they do, I guess they both said they're. I think he committed today.
Darnold?
Yeah,
I didn't hear that.
I
you need to show me that.
I thought I saw that. I want to look that up. If anyone knows if Sam Darnold has, let me just check because ESPN would have it on the front of their site if he did. Yeah, Darnold both enter draft, Knocker.
Wow.
That's something you did not know.
No.
At all here, Knocker.
No, I've been kind of holed up for a few days.
What's that?
I've been kind of holed up for a few days.
Yeah. What's your thoughts here? Because we had again from Colonel tweeted us earlier. The Colonel, we love you, man. Thank you for doing what you do for this country. He tweeted us, Knocker, that Sam Darnold is the equivalent of in Spanish of Mark Sanchez, basically.
I've been saying that for weeks. I've been saying that for weeks.
He says and he's a Trojan fan.
Right, so am I. I've been saying it the entire year. I see the exact same career path for Sam Darnold as Mark Sanchez. I truly do. And I don't see the success that Sanchez has. Sanchez got really lucky going to the Jets team that could hide him. All right? He rode that Jets team to 2 AFC championship games in a row, which is probably the worst thing that could have happened to him.
Yeah.
He doesn't have enough starts under his belt at USC. Maybe 20 starts. That's not enough.
That's crazy, Knocker. This is breaking news here. I mean, this happened within the last hour.
This is bad. He did not have that good a year. If he goes to the Browns, he's going to get crushed. You saw how he plays when the offensive line can't block for him.
That's my biggest, because you were really down on him in this bowl game. I said he didn't have a good offensive line, Knocker, and he had some drop balls by some receivers. You can't put that loss solely on Sam Darnold.
But his passes all year long are either high or behind the receiver or low, and not every time is he being rushed. Now, granted, he had new receivers that he had to get used to and this and that and the other thing.
Yeah.
But I'm just watching, and I don't see where he benefits coming out right now. I just don't see that. And I hope he does well. I don't wish him any ill will.
Man,
God,
I'm kind of bummed
I
out,
hope
though.
he does
As a USC
fantastic.
fan, I really wish he would stay another year. I think he does need it, but I also understand that anything can happen next year, Knocker.
Sure.
From a blown knee, anything can happen. Throw out an arm, break an arm, and your draft status goes down. Right? This is life-changing money.
Well, right now,
and when life-changing money, Knocker, for someone that's worked his whole life like you have, You've busted your ass. You've earned everything you have in life. Someone throws 30, whatever the second-rated quarterback is going to go for $30 million guaranteed or whatever it is, $20 million. Even if it's $20 million per se. Someone puts $20 million in front of you, says, hey, you want to stick around one more year in the violent sport of what you're doing where you could potentially get injured at any time, or take this $20 million, go play football, learn from the best in the game.
That's the problem. Learn from the best. I got a problem with that. Okay? My thinking here is I think he's gotten advice from somebody telling him, look, you're not going in the top 6 picks.
You think the Browns don't take him?
No. I think if you come out this year, I think you'll be a mid-first round draft pick, which means you'll go to a slightly better team than if you play one more year, right? You're the number 1 pick.
Rank these, because I'm going to play Mel Kiper's minute here. His take, and I want to hear yours. What is your ranking right here? Because Mel Kiper has his board, as we know. He's the guy that does it. Where do you rank Josh Rosen, Sam Darnold, Josh Allen, and Baker Mayfield? Give me those 4, 1 through 4. Where do you rank them? Because I now want to play Mel's.
Okay, I think Rosen's number 1. The guy at Wyoming is number 2. Lamar Jackson was in there?
No.
Who are the other 3?
Baker and Darnold.
Just 4?
Yeah, just 4.
Oh, Darnold's 3 and Mayfield's 4.
Okay. Mel Kiper has Rosen, Darnold, Allen, and Mayfield. Okay, and this is what he had to say. Just a minute real quick of his thoughts, because it's breaking news here. Both Josh Rosen, UCLA quarterback, and Sam Darnold both declaring for the NFL draft.
Because there is a demand and a limited supply with regards to that. So let's talk about Josh Rosen. Adam Schefter reporting earlier today that there was a preference that Rosen said, I prefer, if it came down to the Browns, I would prefer to play for the Giants, and he would reconsider coming out if he was going to be a Brown. What did you make of all of that?
That's a very college thing to say.
Whoa.
Yeah, I get it. You know what I mean? Like, you definitely have the right to say it. I understand it. But in reality, if you look at this team and you're looking at the Giants or someone else that he's talking about that he may want to go play for, the Browns might not be that bad. They're just bringing in, Dorsey's coming in, the new general manager. Jimmy
has 2 first-round picks. They have a ton of them.
Haslam, he sold his other businesses, and now he's focused on this team. Who knows what all is going on? But at the end of the day, I got Joe Thomas as my left tackle. If he comes back from injury and I'm looking at the offensive line of the Giants, I might like that protection a little bit more if I'm whoever I'm coming out. So I think at the end of it, players say things like that. But I'm just going to tell you, I don't know that you're stacking that many more chips going behind the Giants as you are the Browns at this point. There's a reason the top 5 teams are picking one of you that early. And it's not because they're that great, fellas. Just going to let you know, when you're getting picked up that high, probably going to a bad.
That was Jeff Saturday commenting on Mel Kiper's board there, Knock. Right. As we know, Rosen saying earlier that he basically saying, I'm not going to play for, I don't want to play for you, the Browns. If you're the Browns, do you draft a player like that, Knocker? Even maybe he is the best quarterback on the board, most, I guess, NFL ready, per se. Maybe not the best college quarterback coming out in the future, but he is. You can argue maybe he is the best coming out right now.
For what they look for?
For anyone in the NFL. NFL ready, Josh Rosen is the guy.
For what they look for, yeah, he probably is the most ready to play in a pro-style offense. For him saying something like that, if they want him, they're going to draft him anyway. They're just going to draft him anyway.
Back to Darnold, though. Mm-hmm. He's going into the draft now. We now know that. Do you see him fitting in with the team? Do you think this is another mark? Do you think he'll fade out? I mean, do you think that he is going to be a bust? Because that's what the Colonel's basically saying.
I think right now, with him coming out this year, with his skill level and the teams that are available to draft him, I think it's 75-25 that he doesn't last 6 seasons. Or he's a career backup.
It's tough, man. So
and I just hate to say that because I think he's a great kid.
I think he's a good kid,
I think he's a great talent. I just don't see the polish.
I agree.
And I just think that it's a bad decision.
I can see, though, where the money is.
But I don't think he needs the money.
Knocker, everybody can use $20 million.
Josh Rosen coming out after 2 injuried years, right? I don't think his parents are. I don't know anything about him. I don't know if they're as affluent as Sam Darnold's parents are. Sam Darnold's parents are pretty affluent.
Okay, I don't know that.
I don't think he needs the money. I really thought he enjoyed the college life and just kind of blended in and being a college student more so than Rosen. Rosen, I think, takes this more as a personal business than Darnold did. So for Rosen to come out with those things, I didn't have a problem with it at all. He had to come out and not risk another injury in his senior season. Darnold didn't have to do this. He's got a great team coming back next year, great projections coming back next year. Just, they have insurance. They buy insurance on a career, projected career. I don't think the money was the issue. I'm really, I don't know what the issue is with it. I don't know why he's doing it. I really don't. I just don't. I'm kind of befuddled.
Yeah,
but more power to him. I hope he makes it.
Yeah.
I just don't see it. I'm scared. I'm really scared.
Yeah, we'll see where he ends up landing. So let's flip the pages here, Knocker, and get to the big weekend at hand here. We've got a big weekend of NFL football, Saturday and Sunday, wildcard weekend. We've got news of Jon Gruden moving here. We've got Hall of Famers up, so we got a lot to talk about. Let's roll the music. Here we go. B-Knock, move your camera to your right just a smidge there. Give me about 6 inches. Give me 6 inches, Knock, to the right. Give me 6 inches. 6 inches, Knocker. Thank you. That'll work. Knocker is under the weather. Again, he's struggling through the show today. Knocker, I give you props.
Thank you.
For sticking with it here as we had to get a show in.
Speaking of the NFL,
yeah.
Who won the Pigskin Pickem contest?
Oh, man, the B-Knock.
Who won?
B-Knock.
Taking crap from everybody
B-Knocker,
for 4 years.
Congratulations. You are the winner of the Pigskin Pickem League this year.
Thank you so much.
You came out the big last week, man, and overtook Irish. You overtook me.
Finished strong.
Irish actually, I think, finished 4th.
Right, he dropped.
I finished 3rd. Congratulations, Knocker. How do you like that? You know, people give you a lot of shit. Mm-hmm. And they have for 5 years because you sucked.
Because I sucked for a few years. I even was page 2 one year.
You were even page 2.
Took a vow this year, though. Told you at the beginning of the season. Took a vow this year.
Take that, Jesus.
Take that, Jesus.
So, thank you.
Knocker, seriously, I'm like proud of you.
Just but you're not going to pay me, are you?
No.
Now we're taking a poll.
Okay, yeah.
We're taking a poll. Now, this money doesn't come from sponsors. It wasn't coming from anybody. We didn't charge you to get in.
No.
The $200 was coming. 100 out of Josh's pocket.
I think we can beat
100
you.
out of my pocket. We were going to pay to the winners because we love our family.
Yes.
We love the Sportscast family. We were going to do that for you just as a thing.
Yeah.
Now, because I won, now I paid $100 to myself already. Should Josh not
pay $100 to yourself?
Sure I did.
No, you didn't.
Sure I did.
How did you pay $100 to yourself?
Like this. I went to the bank.
Show me the money. That's it, brother. But you got to yell that stuff.
Show me the money.
I took out a Benjamin, and I said, that goes to me for winning the Sportscast. Now I'm looking for the other half of the payment, and I'm getting a little static. Somebody's dragging some heels here.
Was it our contest?
Yes.
It was the Sportscast contest.
Yes.
Pigskin Pickem contest.
Yes.
Beat the Knocker and the Guru. Can you beat us for $200? That's basically what it is, right? We think that we're better than our listeners.
No, it wasn't us. We weren't 1-1A.
It's the Sportscast.
Oh, we're taking a poll. Should Josh have to pay me?
I want to take a poll.
Have
and be reasonable, people. Don't just make me pay because you don't like me. Be reasonable here.
Should Josh have to pay me the hundo for me winning the league?
It's a Sportscast thing that we do.
Because if he'd have won, I'd probably be in the same position.
Not be asking you for $100. Because personally,
sure you would.
I figured if we lost, you'd be like, Josh, you know you're paying that shit. You didn't want to start the contest.
No,
I want a poll. I want a poll.
You don't have to pay me.
No, I want a poll.
Let's have a poll. Right. Should I get that money? Because the way I see it is, you and I put $100 in a cup, like a pool hall, like at a pool table, right?
Okay, yeah.
There's $100 in the cup.
Yeah.
And whoever wins it takes the money.
Okay.
That's the way I see it.
All right.
Not you get it back because you and I, one of us won.
Yeah, I see it as we're a team, Knocker. I'm playing as a team game, okay?
Well, now we're a team. Now we're a team.
I'm playing as a team game. All right,
anyway, great contest. thanks for everybody that participated. Thanks for all you pollsters who allowed me to put those 8 wins up. I really do appreciate that.
Yep.
And let's see if someone can knock the defending champion off next year.
Yeah, we will have to see that, definitely. All right, Knock. Let's stick you with the NFL news here. Jon Gruden is the hot topic of the week here, Knocker. Right. Having some comments saying that he is interested, in so many words, interested in the Oakland job. Mm-hmm. And there are reports out there saying that he would also want partnership or part ownership in the team.
Wow.
Knocker. And first of all, Jon Gruden, to me, I love the guy. I like the guy listening to him on TV. I think he's a great broadcaster. He interests me. He was quirky. He just, I think he's good on TV. Now, Knocker, when he was with the Raiders and with the Buccaneers, he was a good but not great coach. He won a Super Bowl, yes, with a great defense, one of the better defense we've seen ever.
Most of Tony Dungy's players.
And was 0-2 in the
and
playoffs.
He beat a team that he had previously coached.
Yes, in his last 2 years, or his last, I think, 5 to 6 years, Knocker, 0-2 in the playoffs, and barely above 500 as a coach. Mm-hmm. But he is supposed to be the guy, Jon Gruden. Everybody wants him. Mm-hmm. Well, Stephen A. Smith, I think, this is the guy I was talking about, Knocker, that I was teasing. I actually completely agree.
Wow.
With what Stephen A. Smith had to say about Jon Gruden.
Wow.
And I don't ever do this. I really don't like. I mean, Stephen A. Smith. I think he's probably a great guy, husband, father, whatever. His sports takes I don't necessarily agree with, but this sports take I completely agree with, Knocker. And I'm just let you listen. Have you heard this yet? I don't think you have.
No.
Okay. So
obviously not. I don't listen to him.
Yeah. Here we go, Knock.
Starting with you here, Stephen A. Do you have a problem with Gruden going back to the Raiders?
Yes, I do. And I'm going to preface my comments by distancing myself from everybody at this table as well as this show. This is the opinion of Stephen A. Smith. I stand firm on it. It's mine. It's not Max Lewis, anybody else's, or ESPN. This is where I stand. I am a fan of Jon Gruden. I think he does an outstanding job for us. I'm honored to call him a colleague. And I don't like talking about my colleagues because I never do it. In blogosphere or anywhere else, I don't play that nonsense. But this is important because he's potentially the next coach for the Oakland Raiders. Jon Gruden does not deserve an ownership stake in an NFL franchise. Not unless he's coming out of pocket with his own money and investing, and they vet you and they let you in. He does not deserve to have an ownership stake in a franchise. It should not be allowed. Now, according to the reports, what the process entails is ownership of the Raiders. They're talking about an arrangement would have to be vetted and ratified by NFL owners. It would require the approval of at least 24 of the 32 owners. It shouldn't even be brought to the table. If you want to give Jon Gruden the coaching job for the Oakland Raiders, no problem. He had success there, never had a losing season, had 2 winning seasons. We all know about the whole Tom Brady and the Tuck rule and all that stuff that potentially robbed him of a Super Bowl championship. He was essentially traded from the Raiders to Tampa. Even though I give Jon Gruden credit, I have always believed that Tony Dungy deserves credit for that damn Super Bowl championship. And Jon Gruden conveniently found himself into that equation. But damn it, he got it done. I can't take nothing away from him, okay? But there's a 57-55 record as a head coach. It's like 38-26 when he's with Tampa. I mean, the coaching record doesn't exactly knock your socks off. But again, he's a Super Bowl champion. Let's respect him. You want to give him Raider Nation, the coach? Jon Gruden's a hell of a football mind. Give him the damn job, and that's fine. But ownership? Does Bill Belichick have an ownership stake?
There's a little bit more to that, but that's the main part. For me, and the way I feel about Gruden here, Knocker, and the fact that, I'm happy for the Raiders. I think he's going to do decent there, but I think he's one of the most, he reminds me of like Eli, almost like an Eli Manning of a quarterback, to where I think he just walked into it. I think Gruden, like he said, Dungy deserves that, Knocker. Even you said it.
Well,
and I know Dungy doesn't deserve it because he wasn't there. Gruden's on the field. I understand that. I do. Well, I get it
to a point, because you're talking about the same thing, like Fisher trying to troll and grab some of the credit for the Rams' success. Tony Dungy, it's happened, years and years and years.
Barry Switzer.
Barry Switzer. There's all kinds of things where a coach has gotten him right there, and it just didn't quite work, and then something fresh, and within 2 years they're winning a Super Bowl or something like that. It happens.
Yeah.
Does he deserve credit for building the players on that team? Yeah, but he didn't get it done. Bottom line is, he didn't get it done.
Yeah.
Gruden got it done. So there was something different between the two of them.
I understand
okay?
that.
So be that as it may,
Okay.
I
Can't
do
take that away from him.
I
I get
do
that.
agree with, come on, man. There's you're going to give him part of your team?
Yeah.
You're going to give him part ownership in the team for a guy that hasn't coached
now
in 15
Gruden's denying
years?
those reports, but just the fact that this comes out that he's touted this big, like he's not even at the level of a Jimmy Johnson or a Bill Cowher.
Mm-hmm.
Give me Bill Cowher over him.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, like, I just don't understand why Jon Gruden is so beloved as a head coach. I get he's good on the TV, and I understand his quirkiness, and I get it. He sells. I get that.
This is all media hype. This is all media sell because there's nobody else out there for the media to sell.
And the Raiders, you could be happy about it. I'm happy for you. I think Jack Del Rio, to me, is the same. I'm going to put him not because he doesn't have the ring, but Jack Del Rio isn't far off from a Jon Gruden.
I'm kind of surprised.
Jon Gruden is closer to a Jack Del Rio than he is to a Jimmy Johnson.
Yes. I'm kind of surprised that they fired him with all the injuries that Oakland had and all the issues in this and that. I'm kind of surprised he had him so close the year before, 12-4, that you would just.
This is such a power move moving to Vegas with Jon Gruden. It's all just it's riding itself.
It all packages.
Riding itself.
It's all a bundle
one
for
big
sure.
Package,
I would love to see Jon Gruden coach a college football team. I think his personality. I think his personality and his enthusiasm just fits right in there with some of the best college coaches that are out there right now. I really think he would be
and
fabulous.
Shout out to the Niners. You know what? You had a couple bad years.
Right.
You're turning it around, Jimmy.
This is a scary football team.
You know what they just told HBO in Hard Knocks? No, we don't want you here.
Good.
And you know what? Shout out to the Niners
Good.
for doing it the right way, man. Because that's just trouble. You don't need that shit. As much as I love Hard Knocks, I understand where it's just a problem.
Sure, I don't need that. I'm building a football team.
Yeah,
I
don't need that headache.
Harassment. I don't need the publicity. And this is a scary team.
Yeah,
coming into 2018, this is a scary
a couple draft
team.
Picks, man, on offense.
This is a scary football
They're going to be
great
good.
front offense, a lot of success. The way they came in and just manhandled the Rams. Now, granted, the Rams weren't playing all their players, but they still came down here and just threw a 33 spot up on the Rams, won their 5 out of their last 6 games. This is a team that's going to have to be dealt with the fall of Arizona and probably the demise of Seattle. The Rams and the 49ers are going to hasten back to the 70s and the 80s, man.
Back in the day. It's going to be good. We'll stick you with football here, Knocker, before we get into Wild Card Week, and we'll get to that after the break. Shot of the week. Bunch more stuff coming up. Let's get to the 2018 Football Hall of Fame nominees here, Knocker.
God, I'm looking at this list.
It's just jam-packed here. As we know, there's only 5, right, Knocker, that make it out of the, I guess, what is it?
20 names? I think there's like 20 names
that are called. So let's talk about this. For me, there's 3 shoo-ins automatically for me. I think it's not even a question.
Okay.
Right here, Knocker, my first one going in is Brian Urlacher. I think Brian Urlacher, to me, is just... I think he's an automatic, Knocker. I think Brian Urlacher, one of the most dominating linebackers we've ever seen in the NFL. I don't have all the stats. I'm not going to go off and bore you guys with a bunch of stats, but if you're a football head, you know what I'm talking about with Brian Urlacher. I think he's an automatic shoe-in, Knocker. Now, it's hard, Knocker, to go in your first time. There's a lot of good players that didn't make it in. Lynn Swann didn't make it in for, 14 years or something like that? So I'm going to go with, I think he's an automatic shoe-in for me, Knocker. Also with that, I have to give Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis goes in for me automatically. Again, one of the most dominating linebackers for a decade. Super Bowl winner, you got to put him in. And lastly here, my third automatic in is Randy Moss. Game changer, came out of just where he came from in college. I'm not saying that it had to matter with the Hall of Fame, but where he came from has a lot to say. One of the best receivers we've ever seen in the game. Yes, a little bit of a headache at times, maybe a sour loser towards the end of his career, but Knocker, I think the numbers match the talent. I think those 3 for me, Randy Moss, Ray Lewis, and Brian Urlacher, automatic shoo-ins for me.
I have to agree. Off of this list, definitely those are
Okay,
definitely
so give me your now.
the
Now,
three names that really jump out at you.
What are the other names that are on the list? So we can put those three in, Knocker. So
Okay,
who do we
have-
have to pick from our last two?
Okay, well, I'm going to try and do them a little bit slow so you can kind of think about these things. But Edgerrin James, running back for the Colts.
Okay.
T.O.
Terrell Owens, kind of a headache at times, Knocker, but put up monster numbers for the 49ers
Can't
and the
knock
Cowboys.
his talent. Isaac Bruce.
Now, Knocker, Isaac Bruce, kind of an underrated wide receiver for the Rams. I mean, they had the greatest show on turf, put up the numbers. Isaac Bruce is going. Okay, who's next?
John Lynch.
Oh,
GM of the
did he
49ers safety
destroyed
for the
people for the
Tampa Bay
Broncos
and for the
Broncos,
Broncos.
yeah.
Tampa Bay and the Broncos.
Yeah, he destroyed people.
Yeah, Brian Dawkins,
Another
DB for the Eagles
as a Cowboys
back in the
fan.
day.
Oh my God,
Man, he just wreaked havoc.
Wreaked
everywhere.
havoc, Knocker.
Everywhere. Everson Walls. Now he's
See, I don't see you're
he's
going
the
back
stall
in time
back.
now.
He's the Dallas Cowboys prior to Jimmy Johnson, the stallback Cowboys, number 24, just nailed it down. He was a shutdown corner, in the days before they called them shutdown corners.
Okay.
He played against Montana. Those were some of those early days. Ty Law, cornerback,
Patriots. Two-way player, was he a two-way player?
He played a little bit of offense, yes, but the timing of his, Murph. I was reading some stuff that Murph was laying down today. We
Yeah.
had Murph on a
Twitter.
couple shows ago.
Yeah.
Before we went out, and he covers the Patriots very heavily. And what he said was absolutely right on. Ty Law, not the amount, it's when. The quality of the interceptions, the quality of the breakups, the quality of the fumbles caused, and what have you. Those championship teams in the early Patriots, he's just a cornerstone on that defense. Tony Baselli coming out of USC. I think I'm gonna hate myself for this. I'm not sure if he played for the Jaguars or the Titans. I think he played
I want to say for the
Titans.
Jags. No, I want to say the Jags.
Jags, yes.
I want to say the
right.
Jags.
I think so. He's a
Yeah.
cornerstone on the original Don Capers
When
team.
the Don Caper, that team,
Right,
they
the
went to
team that
playoffs
went to the
with,
playoffs real early.
Mark Brunell was a quarterback.
Tony Baselli's just an animal on the offensive line. Kevin Maui, I don't know much about him.
Center,
I think he played for Seattle. You have Joe Jacoby. Why he's not in there, I don't know.
Joe
One of the
Jacoby.
Hogs. One of the Hogs.
That's what I'm not familiar with.
One of the Hogs and the Washington Redskins. 2 Super Bowls, I believe. Joe Theismann, quarterback. Those years when the Redskins were winning Super Bowls, they lost to the Raiders, but I think they went to 3, maybe even 4 in that era. A hell of a player.
So with that list, Knocker,
You got Steve Hutchinson.
Oh, Steve Hutchinson,
I know
okay.
much, and Alan Faneca. I don't know much about it. I really
okay.
don't know, so I can't comment
So
on
with
that.
the ones that we pretty much are out there,
Right.
For me, Knocker, we said our 3. I got to put Brian Dawkins in there. I think Brian Dawkins changed the way, much like John Lynch, but I just think that Brian Dawkins was a better player overall. Changed the way that the safety was looked at, Knocker. I mean, he was feared.
Yes.
Going over the top there, Knocker. I got to put Brian Dawkins in there. I don't think I can put Edgerrin James in yet. I got to put T.O. I think T.O. deserves it. He's 3rd in touchdowns, Knocker. And I think he's 2nd in receptions or yards behind Jerry Rice. His numbers, I understand he's a headache and a cancer to most teams. But what's the Hall of Fame about? Talent, what you put up, right? And I think T.O.'s in for me.
Okay. My issue, I'm not giving T.O. a first ballot Hall of Fame. And the reason I'm not...
This isn't, is it? I think this is 2nd.
I'm not sure. I think this is his first time up.
His first time up?
I think so.
Man,
I
he's
think
got
so.
the numbers.
I don't
Mark.
like
He's
the drop
got
passes.
the
I
numbers.
don't like the drop passes, and I think they're going to punish him for being just a jackass. Okay, so...
But is that right?
No, it's not. But I think that's what's going to happen.
Okay.
For me, I'm going to go with your Brian Dawkins.
Okay.
And then out of this group, I know this is a sellout, but I'm going to go one of these 3 guys deserves to be in. John Lynch, Jacoby, or Baselli. Just Joe Jacoby was just a rock on those Super Bowl teams. Again, why he's not in yet, I don't know. I don't know how many times he's been on the ballot, but for Jacoby and Baselli, they're just in a class
Lynch
by themselves.
One rings both with Denver and Tampa, right?
Yes,
I mean,
and he was just a thinker back there.
He's like a Brian Dawkins.
Yeah.
He killed you. He's a little guy.
He just was there.
Yeah.
You knew he was there, and he wasn't going to make a mistake. And I think he needs to go
the
in.
Troy Polamalu's played their game after John Lynch. You know what I'm saying? Like they were in the John Lynch style, the Brian Dawkins style.
Right.
So
and they, and they go back to Atkinson and Ronnie Lott.
Yeah.
And, you can run that tree all the way back.
Yeah.
As far as you want.
Do you think Teoke ever gets in, Knock?
Yes.
You do?
I do.
Okay.
I do. There's just no.
And I could see where
knock
if it
the
is
numbers.
his first, because like I said, me and you don't know. I think it's his second. You're saying it's first, so whatever it is, you can't put him in on the first. So if it's definitely is the first, you can't put him in just because of that stuff.
And off this list, I think Isaac Bruce is going to get in.
Okay.
I think Ty Law is going to get in. I think Walls is going to get in. The other three linemen, I really don't know a whole hell of a lot about.
Okay.
And then on the old timers list, right, the veterans list,
Yeah.
you have Robert Brazil.
I don't know. See, you're gonna have to talk about. I don't know about.
Friggin' animal. Played for the
What
Oilers.
team?
He
Okay.
played for the Oilers when the Oilers were. Unfortunately for the Oilers.
Is this leather helmet days?
No.
Oh no, you mean
he played in 75 to 86.
Okay.
Right? Unfortunately, the Oilers had to play at the same time that the Pittsburgh Steelers were winning
Warren
4 Super
Moon
Bowls.
days, Oilers?
No, Dan Pastorini.
Okay.
And a couple other quarterbacks.
Okay.
Earl Campbell.
Okay. I get the Earl Campbell.
The Houston Oilers at this time had the second best football team in the nation.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the Steelers had the best team in the nation, and they couldn't get by them to the Super Bowl. And I still think Renfro made that catch in the freaking end zone, and I still think the Houston Oilers won that football game to get to the Super Bowl. They got freaking robbed. Replay would have shown that Renfro caught that freaking ball. But Robert Brazil was a stud. And why Jerry Kramer is not in the Hall of Fame is a freaking travesty.
All right, no.
Absolute freaking travesty.
All
the
right.
best lineman on the best team in the decade of the 60s, the Green Bay Packers, never lost a championship game. How is this guy not in the Hall of Fame? Absolute travesty, in my opinion.
All right, Knock. What's your song of the week here, Cameron? I gotta get your song of the week here. So,
You know what? I'm kind of.
what do you want to go
I'm
with?
kind of like in a little bit of a mood for my guy John Bon Jovi.
John Bon Jovi.
All right,
what-
I want to hear a little bit of "It's My Life," man, because I'm kind of feeling that right now.
It's My
2018.
Life. You're off to
It's
Palm
gonna
Springs
I'm
too,
leaving
right?
to Palm Springs tomorrow morning. I'm gonna be banging, knocking boots, even though I'm sick. You can do this without kissing.
Oh,
We've done it plenty of times without
Knocker,
kissing.
I don't need to know that.
Hot shower takes the germs away. Whatever you got to do, you got to do. Well, we gonna do it. So I head to Palm Springs for 5 days tomorrow, and you know what? It's my life.
All right, here we go. Bon Jovi, It's My Life. We'll be back after this.